Now, other students are making the decision to approach going back to school a little differently by choosing to transfer to smaller schools. Tarleton State University in Texas, for instance, has actually seen an increase in enrollment as students forego the typical college experience at a larger school. And joining us now to discuss this topic a bit further is Dr. James Hurley, the president of Tarleton State University. Thanks for being here, Dr. Hurley. Can you tell us what are the current enrollment numbers looking like for your school?
Yeah, well, good morning, and thank you so much for having us. Currently, we are seeing an uptick in potential fall enrollment. Of course, we have a new term. It used to be summer melt, now it's COVID melt. So how we combine those two moving forward will certainly be the unknown, the great unknown.
Right.
Our summer enrollment was up substantially. We saw an increase in all three or four summer sessions, if you will. And so what we're seeing is exactly what you alluded to. Regional students that thought they were going potentially out of state or to a larger R1 are simply choosing to stay here. We have close to 14,000 students, and a lot of those students are from rural Texas, about half, and then about half come from metropolitan cities across Texas.
Okay, and so why do you think that is, choosing to go to smaller colleges or closer to home?
I think what's going to happen across higher ed, you're going to see a lot of students choose to stay in their home state. All of us have dealt with, meaning all of us in higher ed in every single state, has dealt with the brain drain conundrum. And that's when students leave your state or leave your region. They attend another institution and they never come back. And so how do we replace that talent?
Right.
I think parental unrest and the fact that they want their children to be close to them in case another outbreak occurs, or if their student lives on campus and the same thing happened in the spring, that they can quickly get to that student, get that student home, etc. So I think it's just the great unknown around this pandemic. Mm-hmm. And this pandemic is unlike any other in the history of higher ed. We've never had a point in history where every single educational institution, not only in the United States, but across the world, had to cease operation as it existed and virtually deliver curriculum and the learning outcomes for the remainder of the semester. So that was certainly a reset for all of us.
Absolutely. So what can Tarleton offer students during this time that larger schools and universities can't?
Well, for us, we have a very inclusive environment in which a lot of our students choose to attend Tarleton because we have an environment of having close relationships with faculty. For example, we have about a 20-to-1 student to faculty ratio, so it's very important for us to build and cultivate those relationships with students and faculty and staff members.
Sure.
The other part of that is we have roughly 3,800 beds on campus, and that's across 12 residential halls. So we don't have huge dormitories, if you will, or residential halls where students feel unsafe and uncomfortable. We will have a situation where in a single room, we will not have more than 2 students in that room. For example, we may have a suite that has 4 students, but those students have individual rooms, etc. So I think just the safety, the fact that we are somewhat rural, we've seen very small numbers in relation to the state of Texas of the number of COVID-19 positive cases.
Got it. All righty. Well, thank you for your insight, Dr. James Hurley, the president of Tarleton.